In our continuing coverage, a local teachers union says the teacher shortage in Oklahoma is even more critical for special education teachers.
They say this is happening while the number of children with special needs continues to grow. Fox 23's Devin Lyon is live in studio. Devin, you have a look at what's behind the shortage and the efforts being made by our state government to try to fix it.
While waiting on the most recent data from special education teaching vacancies, the State Department of Education told me about their latest efforts to attract more to the field. But one of their own board members is a retired special needs teacher. She says it's not working. Of the 660,000 students in Oklahoma, the National Learning Center says 1 in 6 are in an IEP program for special needs. And despite special education being a growing field in Oklahoma, the Tulsa-classroom-teachers-association says they are not dealing with a shortage, but a mass exodus.
The need for teachers is vital. The need for special education teachers is more critical. It's insane the amount of special education teachers we need.
Of the roughly 2,000 special ed teachers in the state, the union behind them says they need resources, and so do their paraprofessionals, the support staff required for certain types of disabilities.
I'll tell you what, Devin, I have had a ton of teachers quit because they are heartbroken, because they feel that they cannot serve the kids the way the kids need to be served, and they used to be able to.
The State Department of Education tells me under Superintendent Ryan Walters, they've added these signing bonuses and recruited over 150 new special education teachers. But when I reached out to Education Board member Becky Carson, who is a retired special education teacher, she said it's not working to keep teachers. She told me about 17% of our students receive special education services, and that number is growing. She said, quote, "I think we solve this issue by addressing the reasons they leave. Right now, all educators are feeling the results of what happens when those in leadership don't support them," end quote. But the families know firsthand how vital these teachers are.
So, we've been on both sides of the spectrum, with, we've had a bad experience and a good experience.
Kelly Cooper has a daughter with special needs. They've experienced a school district that has resources for special needs children and one with almost none.
I went from seeing my daughter, totally just distraught every day, did not want to go to school. We noticed she was losing a lot of weight because she wasn't even eating at school. She was just so nervous about going. And then now, we turn around and see that we're in just a much better situation. She's happy, she's doing well, she's thriving. And I think that, we need to figure out how to get some more quality teachers in there to help out, in the future with the development of our kids.
Now, I have spoken to local superintendents off camera in the past about how hard it is to find special education teachers in Oklahoma and then give them the resources that they need. They say the state needs to find a way to support this field of education so their children don't go ignored. Live in studio covering News That Matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
A previous education supply and demand report showed special education was a growing career field in Oklahoma, but also one of the top teaching fields that leaves the state. We have that report linked to this story on fox23.com.